Well, this morning we are starting with a live look in Poplar Bluff, where that warm front has moved off towards the north, and you can see that there is quite a bit of fog out there. Temperatures where the warm front hasn't reached yet are still into the upper 50s, but we are sitting in the mid 60s across Poplar Bluff and across Cape Girardeau. If we take a quick look at where fog is, we can see that in Poplar Bluff, but we also are seeing a little bit of dense fog across parts of Callaway County and parts of western Kentucky. We will see some patchy fog this morning, but that will lead to some pretty warm temperatures as we get into the afternoon. As we get into the afternoon, we will likely see the risk of strong storms really start to increase pretty rapidly, actually. And then we also will see those below average temperatures return to the region after a cold front passes across the area. For these storms this afternoon, there is already a level 3 risk for all of us, including all of southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, and western Kentucky. And of course, we're not really seeing too much out there on the radar, but if we take a more wide view of the region, we can see that there are storms back towards the west, which earlier had a few warnings on them. And this complex is what is eventually going to track off towards the south and towards the east towards our region. And that's really what's going to be driving up our severe weather as we go throughout the afternoon today. Through 7 o'clock, I think a lot of us are still going to be remaining dry with temperatures into the upper 50s and lower 60s. By about lunchtime, we should see those clouds start to get out of the way, and temperatures are likely going to be into the mid 80s. Now, I know that Tuesday's recent severe weather is very fresh on everyone's mind. Now, what this storm system is, or what sets this apart from Tuesday's system, is that there is a strong cold front with this. So we will have enough forcing and enough instability to generate these storms. And by 6 o'clock, they should start to fire across the St. Louis area, and then they will track off towards the south and towards the east. And by 8 o'clock this evening, they should be on our western doorstep, and they will continue to track off towards the south and towards the east. But the good news is once the cold front is past us, our severe weather threat is over, and tomorrow morning we likely will wake up to temperatures in the 40s. Now, in terms of threats, what I am most concerned with is the possibility of seeing some damaging wind with that, and the Storm Prediction Center has gone ahead and highlighted us in that pink color for the possibility of damaging winds that could be on the order of 60 to 70 miles per hour. But in addition to that, we could see a few brief spin-up tornadoes as well along that line, and we also could see up to 1-inch hail. But again, the main threat here is going to be the possibility of damaging wind. You certainly are going to want to keep that Storm Track 3 app handy today. Good news is it's not likely going to be lasting through the overnight hours, but if you go to bed early or you sleep at odd hours, this will definitely wake you up in the afternoon and evening hours as those storms start to approach. Behind the cold front, we could see some breezier conditions with peak wind gusts of about 25 miles per hour late tomorrow afternoon and late this evening and into the overnight hours. And that cold front, of course, will be ushering in some cooler air with temperatures only into the lower 60s for highs tomorrow, and we'll likely see the lower 60s stick around for the weekend, and possibly even only the upper 50s for Sunday. So today we have an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be fairly mild this morning, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine, but definitely as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, we are going to see those storm chances go up. And unlike Tuesday, we do have a cold front that is going to definitely generate enough forcing to get those storms going, and then we'll likely see those storms pass through, and then we'll see cooler temperatures behind the front.
If you happen to be a late night walker, take that umbrella, the rain jacket with you tonight.
Yes, if you are a late night walker, or if you're like us and you go to bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, certainly keep those alerts on.
And crank the phone up.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Thanks, Garrett.